Hey guys, Faith here. So today I want to talk about a time of year that is a rather sad day for me. As most of you guys know, tomorrow is Mother's Day. The reason it's sad for me, as most of you guys know, is because I lost my mother almost 9 years ago. So what used to be a joyous, special occasion to spend time with my mother is no longer a joyous occasion. It's a sad day for us, as well as any holiday, but mainly this one. So I would like to say to those of you that still have parents, both your parents around, I want to say to please spend and cherish as much time as you can with them. Because once they're gone, you can never get those memories back. You can never bring them back to life. All that will be gone. I was a 17-year-old girl that thought my parents were going to be around forever. The both of them were. I didn't realize that I was going to lose my mother in a million years. I admit it, I took it for granted. I didn't spend as much time with her as I should have. We did have a good relationship, but we did fight part of the time. There was a point in my life where I thought, oh, it's not going to affect me if something happens. I guess that was me being angry with her in a lot of ways. Considering we didn't really see eye to eye on most things. I let the anger of our fights consume me, which I will always regret more than anything. But as soon as she passed away, I felt the worst pain imaginable. It hit me right in the heart. It was the kind of pain that you can never imagine. It's worse than anything I've ever had to deal with in my life. I was constantly wanting to die. I felt like I had nothing left to live for. I felt like the life was just sucked right out of me. Most people think when they lose a loved one, they just grieve for a little bit and that's it. No. Not only do you have to go through the grief stages, which can take a long time, but there's also the after effects, which that in itself is a nightmare. You also have to constantly be reminded through every holiday after that. The pain does go away eventually when you learn to accept it, but it's never truly gone. It just comes up occasionally. It'll resurface occasionally. But it is never truly gone. You will have deep scars on your heart for the rest of your life, and you will develop a hole in your heart. And you can try anything you want to fill it, whether it be materialistic things, mother figures, drugs, alcohol. It doesn't make a difference. Nothing's ever going to fill it. Now, I'm not talking about the kind of mothers that are abusive to their children. I'm not saying you should reconcile with them. If they mistreat you anyway, then yeah, I understand. I wouldn't want nothing to do with them either. But I'm mainly talking about the teenagers or young adults that don't spend enough time with their parents, that hate on them for stupid reasons, or want to lash out at them because they don't get their way. They don't get whatever they want. They don't stay out late. They don't do this and that. That's the ones I'm mainly talking about. I just want to say, here's an important lesson. Be grateful you still have a mom around. Because most of us that's lost a parent, in this case being a mother, would do anything to have that time back with them that they can no longer have, including me. You only get one mother and you get one father. You don't choose your parents. No parent is perfect and no child is perfect. But the important thing is, they brought you into this world. You would not exist without them. So if it wasn't for them, you would not even be here. When you and your mother have problems, it is important to reconcile, especially if it's over small, minor things that can be solved. Because if you hold that resentment and something happens, the guilt is going to eat away at you alive for the rest of your life. You're going to constantly regret ever being angry with them, and you're going to realize, that was a stupid reason. I could have reconciled. Because you never know when you're going to lose them. You don't know if it's next week or in a few months or a few years from now. You never know. It is important to reconcile and to at least try to get along with your parents. Because you're not going to have that opportunity forever. Because they're not going to be around forever. I had to watch most of my family fall apart. Not even that long after my mother passed away. And seeing that and feeling helpless, knowing you couldn't do anything about it, that's even worse. I had to see my family turn on us. Turn on each other, have us all turn on each other. And that's nothing my mother would have wanted. She would have wanted us to fight like that. She would have wanted us to get along. She would have wanted us to be there for each other through that difficult time. I know grief is a strong emotion. You're going to get angry. You're going to point fingers and be like, oh, it's your fault. And that's because it comes with the guilt. You feel guilty, but I guess you feel too ashamed to admit it. But regardless, my mother would not have wanted that. I felt like, in many ways, it was disrespectful to my mother herself. And I'm not going to say I'm the innocent one here. As I said, we all fought. We all turned on each other. And I know she wouldn't have wanted that. I just want to say, if you don't have plans to spend with your mother on Mother's Day, but instead with friends, please don't. You guys have all the time in the world to spend time with your friends. But you have a limited amount of time with your parents. So, least that you can do is spend Mother's Day with them. Every Mother's Day with them. You can have all the friends in the world, but you can only have one mother and one father. Cherish your time with them. Spend as much time as possible. Do it not just for me, but for everybody else that's lost a mother. Or lost a father. Because we would do anything to have that time back. That we can't have anymore. I'm not trying to get on to you all. I'm not trying to tell you all what to do. I'm just telling you all from my experience. It would be important to do that than lose them and regret everything the rest of your life. I don't want anybody to go through what I have, or what any of my friends have. Anybody that's lost a parent, I don't want anybody to go through that. I know what it's like, and once that time's gone, you can never get it back. You're going to be constantly in pain for the rest of your life. Some days are easier than others for me. One day, it'll be fine. You know, I'm able to manage it. Some days. Other days, not so much. Especially around this time of year, it really hit me hard. It's gotten to the point where I have not even felt motivated to even get out of bed. It's really made my emotions spiral. It's really put me on edge. I don't want anybody to ever have to go through this. If your parents do pass away, I would rather you not have any regrets. I'd rather you mourn for them, not be like, maybe I should spend time with them. Maybe I should have done this, you know. I feel like it's my fault. I felt that way for a very long time. And it's the worst feeling you can ever have. Knowing you weren't there for them. You didn't spend enough time with them like you should have. I know this video is pretty long. I just want to make this video since tomorrow will be Mother's Day. So please spend time with your mothers tomorrow. Don't just do it for me, but do it for everybody that's lost a mother. I'm going to end this video here today. I love you guys. And remember to like and comment down below about your Mother's Day plans. I would really love to read them. Thanks for watching. Bye guys.